Welcome to the Media Bubble Podcast, the podcast that talks about all geeky media. I'm Karol, and he's Fredrik. Let's get this started.
Yeah.
In today's episode, we'll be covering the D23 convention? Exposition? What?
It's kind of like Comic-Con, but the D23 happens every 2 years instead of every year. And if you wonder why we are making an episode about D23 and not Comic-Con, is kind of because I feel like Comic-Con is just so confusing. There's so much here and there and there and here.
I mean, yeah, I can see it. I can see that it's just so confusing to get to neatly summarize.
The D23 was still a lot of that too, but it kind of focuses on some specific point, so it was easier.
Yeah. Also, I think D23 website, they have like a dedicated summaries of each day, which is just so much easier to follow.
Yeah, I know. I did notice that a little bit later because first I started to get information about everything via their Twitter, and then I noticed that they had some kind of summaries that we're going to use for these videos on D23 website. They have kind of things from every of the 3 days what has been announced and things like that.
I mean, because I remember you brought up the idea to talk about D23. I didn't even know it existed.
Well, now you know, Karol. It has been going on for a couple of years.
Like, what the hell? So is D23 an event or is it a fan club?
It's an event in that case.
And also,
a lot of fans can go to this convention and look around, and there's more stuff than these news that comes out, and there's interviews with certain Disney creators and things like that. But yeah, it's an event if you're a Disney fan, and now if you're a Marvel fan and Lucasfilm fan too, I guess, because Disney own those things now.
Yeah, money talks and Disney buys up everything.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, so as you said, it's not only the event, it's also like you can keep up with Disney related stuff. But I feel like it's very for, as you said, it's for the Disney fans, someone who wants to be like in more Disney.
Well, I am kind of a big Disney fan, so okay. So some things about this episode is we're going to skip certain things. We're going to skip the video game portion. There barely was a video game portion, but there was some kind of things. We are also going to skip Disney Legends inductions, and we're also going to skip the theme parks stuff because we have not really anything to say about that. I feel like.
Actually, I'd rather, if I don't want to go on a full tangent, but I did want to mention some of the stuff they announced, and it's a little bit something that I feel that you'll be interested in.
Okay, we can take that in that case a little bit later. Then.
All right.
So
it's still park related and not movie and show. It's just something that's still interesting.
Okay.
But nevertheless, let's go over the announcements.
Okay, so I guess we're going to start with the two animation companies, Pixar and Walt Disney Animation. And we're going to start with Pixar. And let's see, the first thing I have written down is Elementals. Let's see if I can find this. Elementals. First up, filmmakers Peter Sohn and Dennis Rem joined Doctor on stage to discuss Elementals, an all-new original feature film releasing on June 16th, 2023. So who directs the film shared the personal inspiration behind the film, a story of immigrants pursuing dreams in beautiful neighborhoods where language and cultures come together. Filmmakers introduced the characters in Elementals, which is set in a city where fire, water, land, and air residents live together. Ember is a taut and fiery young woman, and Wade is a fun and sappy, go-with-the-flow guy. Helping bring them to life are Leigh Lewis and Mahmoud Ati, who were warmly welcomed to the whole D23 stage. So this movie, I just feel, has such an interesting look for me. This is one of the things that I'm very interested in see in the future of just these these elements as characters. And I don't know, the look of the film, how the guy character kind of looks like he's made of water and the woman of fire. There's just something about this that feels so appealing to me. Like it feels like this film was created for animation.
I feel like if it wasn't Pixar, I would be doubtful to how it would look and how it would turn out. But from what we've seen so far, like, it seems really nice. And knowing Pixar, it will have probably a good story as well.
The kind of only thing that we have right now is concept art, and well,
yes, we only have the poster that they released, the concept art, and the little story blurb that you just retold.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's a film that comes next year, and I don't know, I'm kind of excited for it.
Me too. It's
just something about those four elements and what I feel you can do with this creative thinking that I'm looking forward to see how Pixar can tackle this project.
Yeah, they always have a knack to make each project special. So even though we don't really have much anything to go off of, I have hope. I have high hopes.
Yeah, and let's see, what do we have next? A new original series, Win or Lose.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
Win or Lose, directors Kerry Hobson and Michael Yates provided a closer look at Pixar's first ever long-form series and what inspired it. The series follows the Pickles, a co-ed middle school softball team, in the weeks leading up to the championship game. Each episode takes place the same week, highlighting the perspective of different main characters, players, their parents, the umpire. Each reflects in a unique visual style. Hobson and Yates reveals that Will Forte will voice Coach Dan in the series, and shared a shout-out Forte record for the occasion, followed by a special clip just for fans. Win or Lose streams on Disney Plus in fall 2023.
Yeah, well, I mean, you didn't really leave me much to say.
I just read what was on here. Sorry. You can read the next one if you want.
But the thing is, I am not really interested in the next one.
Okay, sorry for that then.
No, it's all right. But as I said, I am interested in Win or Lose. It has a nice, soft style. It's a football. It's a baseball league. There's different perspective. Each episode will be a different perspective. And the whole series is just like culminating in this like win or lose scenario. This grand finale. Like, I can see it work.
I'm excited. Do you want to know a bit of a weird thing? I wasn't really that excited for this, but me just now reading what the show is actually about kind of made me a bit excited for it. Just, so this is going to be a different perspective with each of the characters for this scenario.
Yes, and I feel like on the expo they also shared some clips from the episodes. So even so, you can imagine, as most of the main characters will be kids, so all of the situations they will be in, they'll be their reality will sometimes be distorted by their feelings. So, for example, if they have a really, really unlucky day, maybe the sky will be stormy and each hill will be bigger than the next one. Things are falling down and everything is just crashing down.
There can also be a character that is that kind of is that person that has to win at everything, and another person that's kind of that is kind of I don't really care.
I feel that there definitely will be the character, but also on the D23 website, they chose a good photo of all the main characters involved, but I feel like they should have made it stand out more because it's only a character shot.
Yeah.
People in green costumes, not really that exciting.
I guess this is kind of to show off most of the characters and a bit of their personality, I guess.
Yeah, but also their team is called the Pickles, which I can stand by.
It's Karol approved. Okay.
I mean, pickles are amazing.
I'm not the biggest fan, but okay. Do you want to read the next one, Karol?
Well, the next thing announced was Elio, I think it's called. So let me see. It's a story about an 11-year-old dreamer, Elio, who is a indoors man, and he's artistic and creative. His mom, who runs a top-secret military project, is working to decode a strange signal from outer space. But it's her son who makes the contact, and he gets beamed into space, and he's mistaken for an intergalactic ambassador for Earth.
That's a mistake.
And we don't really have much more information than that. I don't feel like they've released any more stills or pictures or concept art.
Yeah, well, this is a movie that is a bit farther away. It's spring 2024.
Exactly. So, as I said, I'm not hyped for it because unlike Elemental, which we have concept art for, this is just an image.
And it's kind of hard in some way. I'm not exactly sure what I feel about the plot itself, if I'm being honest. Let's see. This is a project that we probably need a bit more information about, I guess.
But if you look at the image, now I noticed, I feel that the plot will be the kid goes on a summer camp.
Is he missing an eye?
I think it's an eye patch, yes. Otherwise, it might be like a gauze or like he maybe hurt his eye. But I feel like he's gonna end up on a summer camp and that's how he'll make contact with the aliens.
I just kind of feel like this story might be a bit predictable of, the aliens think that he is the representative of Earth, and he starts to lie, and they think that he actually is. And then it's kind of like, they figure later on that, he isn't.
I mean, it could also be like a E.T. situation where Elio has to hide all the aliens that set loose on his summer camp.
What did you get the summer camp from? Does the stand anything about the summer camp here?
Okay, so if you look at the promotional image, behind the main character you can see tents and flag. The main character is wearing scout shorts and an outdoorsman outfit.
Oh, you're correct. Huh. Good eye there, Karol.
Thank you. But this is one of the pictures, but there might be more. Maybe I misinterpreted the story.
Well, and the last thing this Pixar announced is Inside Out 2. It's coming sometime. We don't really know. It's kind of just, it was announced. We don't really have much information than that. Are you excited?
I am. Pixar is not... I don't feel like Pixar is known for the sequels.
Recently they have been known for sequels.
Well, yeah, okay,
Monsters
that's true.
University, Cast 2 and 3, let's see, Incredibles 2, Finding Dory. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now you are incredibly correct. I just didn't feel like Inside Out needed a sequel, but it will be interesting to see it. Like, I'm for new emotions.
Of a lot of this or Pixar movies that has a concept for getting a sequel, I feel like Inside Out is probably one of the better ones, to be honest. I feel like there's a lot you can do, bring more emotions in, and yeah, let's see.
I mean, everyone's life isn't really the same when they're like a young adult when you compare it to being a kid. So if they wanted to write this idea out, they could probably make a sequel and something else after that, like a Inside Out, the finale.
Yeah, do you think that they're going to make her a teenager, maybe?
I mean, she was like a preteen at the end of the movie, so it could be.
Yeah. Let's see, and some more stuff. We have something that I guess we are calling the red mark, or something like that in these kind of in these events, and that's kind of when they kind of just say that something is coming and no more information is really out about it. But so we have some stuff that's called red marked, and Zootopia Plus short stories, November 12th, 2022. It's shorts of the Zootopia animals
Yeah,
from the film.
I feel like when I heard the announcement, I just thought to myself, wait, isn't it like already out? Didn't they promote Disney Plus with Zootopia Plus?
Well, they have announced this before. This isn't a new announcement, but they, yeah.
Because I feel like I even made a note. They announced this Zootopia Plus in December 2020, and since then we didn't really get new information besides like a promotional poster.
Yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really that excited for this because I'm not really sure what I can get that much out of a short, to be honest.
I feel like I'd be more excited if it was closer to the release of the original film, because right now I haven't seen Zootopia in years.
Yeah, actually, when I think about it, we saw that one in cinema together.
Yeah, I think it like released 2016. When was Zootopia released?
Yeah, actually, that's correct, Carol. 2016.
So we're already 4, 5, 6 years after release. Like, you can't expect people to wait for the shorts that long.
Let's see. We also have Iwayu. Let's see. Coming to Disney Plus in 2023, Iwayu is an all new original long-form series created in collaboration with Pan-African comic book entertainment company Kugali. Lee invited on the stage Kugali filmmakers. Carol, do you want to say their names?
No. I'm sorry, it's just that I know I'll butcher them all.
This is not going to go well for me. Ulufikayu Siki, Adula, Hamid Ibrahim, and Tulu Ulufuyeku.
I'm glad that you gave it a try.
Who introduced the setting of the series, a love letter to Lagos, Nigeria. They describe the world of Iwayu as a futuristic depiction, a world bursting with color, unique visual elements, and technology achievements, inspired by the spirit of Lagos, which is physically divided into an island and mainland, separated by both water and socio-economic stages. The coming of age story introduces Tula, a young heiress from the wealthy island, and her best friend Kula, a self-taught tech expert and loving son from the mainland. Filmmakers shared a first look of the new series.
So I feel like I've only seen a poster for this, for the new production. And sadly, I am not convinced. But maybe I'm not the target audience.
I guess the futuristic sound of how they are going to explore technology maybe sounds a bit interesting. The characters' animation feels a bit how can I say this, boss baby kind of thing.
I know you mean it with kindness, but it sounded like an insult.
I'm not sure if that was kindness or not, if I'm being honest. Well, the concept I feel sounds interesting, and there's such things you can do. It's a co-production. I think this is the first co-production with the Walt Disney Animation Company.
Oh, really?
That specific part of the animation industry. They have other animations teams, but yeah.
Uh, if uh, if you've heard, I actually wanted to save Strange World for last because Wish they announced a new movie at the end of the presentation.
Mm?
And it was basically like an origin story for the saying "When you wish upon a star."
Yeah, that's that kind of fairy tale wish that comes up sometimes in the Disney movies.
Exactly. It will be.
Should I read what's is standing here, or?
I can summarize. So the story will be about a 17-year-old Aisha, an optimist with a sharp wit who cares endlessly about her community. In a moment of desperation, Aisha makes an impassioned plea to the stars, which is answered by a cosmic force, a little ball of boundless energy called Star. Together, they face the most formidable foes to save her community and prove that the will of one courageous human connects the magic of the stars. Wondrous things can happen. And on the picture, she also has a cute animal goat sidekick.
Yeah, there's two more information that I want to say. This is supposed to release fall 2023 during the studio's 100th year, apparently. And I also have seen, I don't know where I saw this, but there were some kind of animations from this that I had heard some news about, that is kind of supposed to blend, let's see,
2D and 3D?
no, that wasn't what I heard. 3D animation and watercolors, if I remember that correctly.
It makes it. I mean, I've seen good media that blend the watercolor aesthetic well. For example, there's a like Ori and the Enchanted Forest or Child of Light. It's a really good game with that aesthetic. I just hope that they can pull it off. Because I don't like the concept.
Well, this is one of the best companies at specifically animation, so they probably will do a good job, I think.
Can I also mention this whole premise of the movie for the 100 years of the studio? It feels like such a vanity project.
What do you mean exactly?
Because nobody really asked for the lore behind the ones if you wish upon a star.
No.
It feels like such a Disney thing to do, to just try to like.
We're going to answer some questions that no one asked. Again.
And you will know the answer whenever you like it or not.
If I'm being honest here, Karol, I am actually a bit excited about this film, to be honest. I feel like the premise, I'm not sure if this is going to connect with other Disney films, but I just feel like on its own it interests me, if I'm being honest.
It has a nice aesthetic. I can concede.
I just like the picture that they're showing here too. It's kind of a feeling of a bit of the old Disney magic that I have a bit missed, if I'm being honest.
Can I also, because I want to talk about Wish because it also kind of connects to a lot of the announcements from D23, which is just connecting to the like old magic of the Walt Disney Company.
What they're bringing back? Oh, a lot of old projects in new form, or
pretty much, yeah.
Let's see.
So this is just like a crown jewel of the like self-congratulatory vanity project mountain that they're on top of.
Well, anyway, I'm kind of a bit interested in this film. I do feel like Disney is really having a lot of female teenage protagonists as of late. But anyway, yeah.
I mean, this film, it's not meant for us. This is supposed to be a film, presumably for young tween girls, so they can sell dolls and animal sidekicks.
Um, I feel like Disney films are kind of made for everyone, to be honest. Like it's kind of family pictures. But what I just meant by that is that there have been a lot of female teenage protagonists of the recent Disney film or Disney films.
Which studio made Luca?
Luca was Pixar.
Yeah, okay.
Walt Disney released Encounter, Raya the Last Dragon last year. They have also in the past released Frozen, Tangled, Moana. Yeah.
Maybe they're saving their male protagonist for a special occasion.
What Strange World or
I mean, yeah, going back to Strange World, we see a bunch of protagonists. It seems to be like an ensemble movie.
did you want to talk about that later or
Actually, because this is the last of the
animation
Walt Animation
part?
Studios.
Mm.
So, Strange World is a strange world exploration movie. So let's see what they say. It has a lot of it has not live action. Oh my god!
This film would actually be hard to be in live action. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel so too.
Like I feel like this film is created for animation specifically because I feel like just how the world looks, it would be. You probably could it with today's CGI, but I just feel like it fits better with traditional animation.
So, okay, I found the blurb. So, the film is about an incredible family who must get past their differences to save a strange world full of dangers and surprises. And yeah, that's the title drop. You know what the title reminded me about actually?
Mm.
So, not long ago, there was a game released called Journey to the Strange Planet.
Yeah.
And somehow, it's just the aesthetics of the movie remind me about that game so much because they also use a lot of pink and bright colors.
Oh, okay. I think I know what game you're thinking of.
I mean, we can even play it together because I feel like it has multiplayer and it's on Switch.
Well, this film is going to release November 23rd, 2022, so it's going to actually release soon. They have released a trailer, not in this event, but earlier. And that trailer feels like somewhat of old comic book feeling to me, or old TV, I guess.
Are we on the same webpage? Because we kind of skipped the live action stuff.
We're going to do the live action part soon, Karol. This is just animation for now.
Alright.
But anyway, that is our feeling about animation projects. A lot of good stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see anything that I mean, all of the announcements, I could see myself seeing them. Which I can't say about the rest of the announcements.
Do you have something that you're looking most forward to and least looking forward to?
So the out of all of the announcements we just did, win or lose it's probably the show that I plan to see, like 100%. I will see this show.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm not really sure about Elio.
Okay. For me, the one that I'm most excited for is Elemental, and my least is probably Zootopia Plus. And I can just say this, I really liked the original Zootopia movie. I feel like it's a really great movie, but I'm not really excited about small shorts series.
I could vibe with them. It's just that I don't have the Zootopia need anymore. I'm fine with just leaving it being. It actually, but you know what? A little sneak peek because it ties to what I've read. Did you know that Shanghai Park Disney Resort they are actually gonna open a section of the park that is Zootopia themed.
I think I have heard of that, yes.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe they postponed release of Zootopia Plus to drum up hype for the Shanghai resort, and in turn also drum up hype for Zootopia 2, which has been announced.
Has Zootopia... No, we said Zootopia 2 has not been announced.
Yeah, it has. Let me see. Wait, let Google tell me. Zootopia 2 announcement. Ah, sorry. So there was a rumor going around for Zootopia 2.
You read a lot of rumors, don't you?
I do.
Well, anyway, we are going to move to let's see, Disney live action remakes for now.
Boo.
And yeah, this is probably the part that I'm least excited for, because we have been doing this thing of live action remakes for a couple of years now, and the thing that I'm kind of starting to notice is that there's no really remake that is as good as the original animated film, so yeah.
Which kind of brings me back to the vanity project aspect of it all. Because I feel like since it's 100 years, they kind of want to bring back their best hits. So they make live action
Or
remakes
every
because
hit.
they know. Yeah. Like they made live action remakes just for every hit because they know that they can cash in on it.
Let's see. What did they actually announce? We have a poster for Peter Pan and Wendy. Let's see. That is coming out 2023, and the poster look actually pretty good. It looks very adventure-y and a little bit of magical. It's a ship that's in the clouds, but you kind of just see the sails and some character that is flying around the sails.
I mean, there's also like sword fighting on the top of the mast. Maybe Captain Hook with fighting with Peter Pan.
Yeah. So the poster is very good. I haven't really learned that much about the movie from the poster, to be honest, but a good looking poster at least. Then we have, let's see here, I'm trying to just go through this quickly, Carol. New movie announcement, Mufasa the prequel, a prequel to the 2019 Lion King 2024. I'm not excited about this one at all, if I'm being honest.
It's because I actually thought about why would they make a prequel movie to the live action Lion King?
It's all
And I
about
have
the money.
two. Yeah, but I actually have two reasons. One, they couldn't remake again the live action Lion King because it's the 100-year celebration. They're just like remaking everything. But like, shit, we already did that not too long ago. We can't do it again.
I read somewhere that the director had this thought in mind of, when I saw the original film, I was like, I had this thought of, I would have liked to see how Mufasa become this leader that he was, and I'm like, you're probably the only one in that case. I mean, I don't feel like I need to see how he became that great leader. I just know that he was, or is.
I agree. Like, and also, like, we don't need that because we already have this feeling from the original film that he was a great leader. We don't like. It's just gonna be like refrigerated steak, or like.
Yeah. So this.
In Polish, you say odgrzewany kotlet. It's just like refrigerating ideas.
Yeah. And
so I'm not looking forward.
Yeah, this one just feels so uninteresting to me. So it probably will be one of the best ones.
Oh God! Prove me wrong, Disney. Prove me wrong. I dare you.
Well, it's not like they have anything to really base the thing on, so maybe they can do a bit or original stuff with that at least.
I mean, how far can they go? Seeing that it also has to tie in with the live-action remake of The Lion King.
Yeah, you have a point there. I guess we're going to see a young Scar too.
You know what? They had the opportunity to make a Scar prequel. Like, we already have a precedent
Oh,
with Maleficent.
we're probably going to learn why he got that name, or aren't we?
But I mean, we already know because Mufasa scarred him when they were fighting. But also, like, come on, there's already a precedent with live action villains getting their own movies, and they're pretty good. We have Cruella and Maleficent, and the second one too.
I don't feel like the Maleficent movies are good, to be honest.
I like them. Like, I enjoyed seeing them, and they also like kind of twisted the story because it showed that actually Maleficent had like a semi good relationship with
Yeah,
Aurora.
but the thing is, Maleficent is one of the best bad guys. Why would they make her a hero? I feel like I just didn't like that.
I feel it was actually good because you got to see a different side to her.
No.
Like, it doesn't take away that she's a good villain, but what if she wasn't?
Good.
Like, she also make a good hero.
The reason why people liked her so much as a villain is because she was truly evil. There wasn't a good thing in her, and that's kind of why she was such a good villain, and that many liked her as a villain.
I mean, also true, but now you have two versions of Maleficent. You have the absolute evil Slay Queen, yes, God, and you also have, like, what if there was something good in her? Kind of version of her.
Well, anyway,
like too.
We are probably going to talk about Maleficent in a later date, so let's see. There's also going to come
Maleficent 3, Maleficent 3, Maleficent 3.
Let's see. There's going to be this was already announced. I have no idea when it was announced before, but a remake of Snow White coming 2024, starring Rachel Ziegler and Gal Gadot.
The only thing that keeps me interested in the premise is Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I wasn't really meant to, but I heard a snippet of an interview that Rachel Ziegler gave, and she was kind of like, "Oh, we're going to modernize Snow White. She's not going to be like someone for the that has a love interest in the prince, but she is going to be a strong ruler, female role model." And I'm kind of like, again, we have seen this so many times. Can we just do something other with our female protagonist? Can we do some with something else?
But actually, this is actually kind of spoilery for our next episode. But this is something I wanted to talk about. That media for women, or primarily for little girls, it has this expectation to be a good role model for other girls.
Yeah.
And it's so dumb because there's a lot of films for boys where it's completely acceptable for it just to be dumb, stupid, turn off your brain fun. But when it comes to girls, it cannot be that because the girls are called like they're being corrupted by the dumb movie.
They're the same role models.
Yeah, which makes it kind of samey. Like, so I don't feel like they have to make her a good role model because she can like be. I'm sorry, I kind of lost my thread. They don't have to make it a role model because we kind of already have a lot of those. And also, it's gonna upset people who expected a faithful remake, the purist, because they will probably stray a little bit from the story.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about that one. And the last thing, and the thing that we probably got the most information about this, we got a trailer for Little Mermaid that is coming out May 26th, 2023.
Yeah, oh my god, have you seen the comment section on the Little Mermaid reveal?
People don't really like this, I have understood that at least.
Yeah, so we're coming back to purists. Because basically, we had a precedent with pretty faithful live action remakes with the and you also have to think about, like, we didn't have problems with the Jungle Book or with the Lion King because the cast was like it was animated animals, but the cast was still like African and but here they have problem because they casted someone of a darker complexion, and you have a problem with people being iffed because it's like a Danish fairy tale,
Yeah,
and they can't.
It's probably would have looked like Danish people in that case.
A little bit. I mean, for me, I'm glad because like hell yeah, Black Ariel, I'm living. But it's like we have purists that are upset that they cast that the Ariel is not Danish enough because it's their fairy tale. That they some people don't like that she gave a like a different performance of the movie, and then we also have racists who just are upset because she's black.
That sounded funny to me in some way. She's not Danish enough.
Yeah, but there are people upset with that they try to like woke wash the movie, but that's I don't feel that's the intention. Like I feel like we haven't seen enough of the movie yet to judge it that harshly, and like she can be a tremendously good Ariel. We just have to give her a chance.
The thing is, if the film delivers a good film and she is good in the role as Ariel, then who cares what she looks like?
But some people either wanted a really, really, really faithful remake of the original, or they can't handle that the mermaid looks a little bit different.
Well, you can't ever have everything you want every time, or all the
And
time.
exactly. Bam.
Like no, she seems like a good Ariel. She could certainly sing, at least from that clip. So I don't know. We get to see the I don't know if the film is good or bad, but anyway, it should have nothing to do with how she looks.
Exactly.
Okay,
Like I agree fully.
okay. Then we have the Disney live action movies that were some news about, and here we have some red zones again that I'm just going to list off really fast. Haunted Mansion coming 2023. Concept art for Avatar: The Way of the Water, December
I am
16th.
I am not interested in Avatar. It's probably will be good, but I just it why?
December 16th, 2022. Well, and Indiana Jones 5, June 30th, 2023.
Oh my god. Did you know that they took oh my who was this? I have a note for this.
What?
Yeah, so they took Harrison Ford to the stage to announce Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, please let this man rest. He's like 80 years old. He cannot be a indie anymore.
Did you say 50 because he's more than that?
No, I said 80. Or
Yeah.
maybe I said 50, but I meant 80.
I guess he wants to continue doing this kind of stuff because why else would he? Because he already is kind of rich.
Like, he's already rich and he's getting a little bit too old for all the action scenes.
Mm.
Also, I don't feel like he'll be in the movie.
Maybe this is a torture of the patch kind of thing.
Passing of the torch.
Yeah, passing of the torch kind of thing, I guess.
Because I was thinking, wait, you're saying this is like a torture thing. Which it kind of is.
Indiana Jones, torture is coming.
For Harrison Ford. Actually, there is a satire article online, and it talks about like somebody's interviewing Harrison Ford, and it's like, what do you think Han Solo's favorite color is? And he's like, I wish I've never met George Lucas. It's like when you push a button and somebody dies, but you'll get $1 million.
Yeah, but Harrison Ford is kind of known for that he isn't really that interested in the wider world of Star Wars.
Yeah, but like people keep asking him anyway. They just like torture this poor man.
How was it to make those original films? I have answered this question 3,495 times.
But it's funny because it also fits in this interview. Like he answers, "I've made up my mind. I am going to kill George Lucas. I, Harrison Ford, am going to kill George Lucas. You've given me clarity. I'm taking my life back into my own hands."
Yeah, but it seems like he isn't really like that when it comes to Indiana Jones. Or maybe
True.
Or maybe it's just the interviews that I'm seeing.
maybe there's this difference between Star Wars fans and Indiana Jones fans that one of the group is more miserable to deal with, and it just happens to be Star Wars
It's
fans.
maybe that Harrison Ford can understand the world of Indiana Jones a bit better.
Because it's not made up space stuff. It's a little bit based more on our world.
Yeah, but what was his favorite color, Carol?
He is going to kill George Lucas. Why can't you just let this man be?
Okay, so then the next thing is that we actually got some trailers for Disenchanted. Let's see, I can read a little bit about that project. I feel like
Oh,
let's
I
see.
am actually hyped for this one.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for it too. In Disenchanted, it has been 15 years since Giselle Adams and Robert played by Robert Dempsey, wed, but Giselle has grown disillusioned with life in the city, so they move to their growing family to the sleepy suburban community of Monorville in search of a more fairy tale life. Unfortunately, it isn't the quick fix she had hoped for. Suburbia has a whole new set of rules, and local Queen Bee, Melva Monroe, played by Maya Rudolph, who makes Giselle feel more out of place than ever, frustrated that her happily ever after hasn't been so easy to find. She turns to the magic of Andalasia for help, accidentally transforming the entire town into a real-life fairy tale and placing her family future happiness in jeopardy. Now Giselle is in a race against time to reverse the spell and determine what happily ever after truly means to her and her family.
Yeah, so if you watch the trailer, it's at first I was surprised that they take this series, the sequel in this direction because I felt like she was perfectly happy in New York because there was this dichotomy between the big city and her fairy tale world. But it kind of makes sense because as she gets older, she longs for what how it was when she was young. So she basically tries and she feels stressed because of the suburban life. So she like relapses and tries to bring that into the current world, but it just spirals out of control. Like at the end of the trailer, it just gets so fast paced and messy, and it just goes and goes and goes, and you like keep wondering where, like, how will this end up? Like, are these people brainwashed? Like, how much did she alter these people living in the suburbia?
Yeah, it has apparently been 15 years, and when I watched the trailer, I felt more like, oh, there's maybe been five or something like that. But I guess they're going with 15 years since.
Yeah, she has like tween kids. I feel like
No,
a
no,
daughter.
the one of the kids is her stepdaughter.
Oh my god! So she is the stepmother.
Yeah, that's kind of when I wasn't really that excited for this movie, but watching this trailer really made me actually look forward to this film because when she transform everything, she because she is a stepmother in real life, she starts to become the villain of the story.
Yeah, which is such a fun twist on the like fairy tale formula.
Yeah, how the stepmother is always kind of evil in the old films.
Yeah, and she messes up the whole suburbia. Like she WandaVisions her own world.
Hmm. I kind of thought a bit about WandaVision when I explained a part of the story, but yeah.
So I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, this seems like some old fun. Yeah.
Yeah, plus it doesn't like I don't feel like the stakes are really high. It's interesting, it's chaotic the more the trailers goes on. I kind of hope it's not every single interesting thing they have packed in here.
Okay. Next announcement or next trailer, I guess. I don't think we're going to have a lot to say about this one, but Hocus Pocus 2, new trailer. The
What
film,
do you mean?
the film September 30th, 2022.
It's amazing!
Have you seen the original?
Yes, multiple times.
You have? I have never seen it.
Like this, okay, so Hocus Pocus 2, it was announced. We already knew this was coming.
Yeah.
It's just that we didn't have a proper release date.
There was a trailer before this one too, I remember.
Wait, it says that Hocus Pocus premieres Friday, September 30. It premieres on Halloween.
Yes.
Holy shit, we have a movie to watch.
Is that our Halloween special?
It might be. It's topical. It's Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah. So, because you're apparently a fan of this original film, Karol, maybe you should talk about this one.
Okay, so what happens is that it's been 29 years since someone lit the black candle flame and resurrected the three Sanderson sisters. So what happens is those kids in the trailer, they wanted to play witches, and they're in Salem, so they summon the witches and are being supposedly dragged around town with them, and they're flying on Roombas and getting into mischief. Amazingly enough, we've seen some action scenes, and we've seen the kids getting into like a curio shop with the black candle in the book, but we don't see as much of the movie as we've seen in the Disenchanted trailer. So I'm so intrigued where this will take place.
Well, one thing that I really enjoyed in this movie is there's one scene where the three witches is kind of moving side to side in some kind of weird way. And it's just that goofy kind of tone of what this film is going to be.
Yeah, but I hope that, because the first one, it was a little bit scary, because like I've rewatched the original trailer and it really has that spooky kind of weird vibe. I hope they don't sanitize it and make it more like palatable.
Can I ask
the sequel?
Can I ask a question of the original movie, because I have just heard something, but didn't they die in the original film?
Yes, but as you remember, they resurrect once you lit the black flame candle.
Yeah, this time not with a virgin.
In this day and age, come on.
Okay, the next project, I'm not going to talk about much about this one, but Mickey, the Story of a Mouse, is a documentary coming November 18, which is the first, which is also the same date as the Mickey Mouse first short in 1928, November 18th.
Vanity Project. I'm sorry I have to say it again, but it's basically
2022.
Another like, oh, look at how Disney is great.
Can I just say that this is kind of just because of the person that I am, but this is one of the things that I'm most excited for.
No, you have sold your soul to the mouse.
Yeah, but this is kind of the biggest...
Michael Rodent owns your soul.
Yeah, but the thing is that one of the major reason that I like Disney is that those kind of old animated shorts, and this is kind of a documentary of Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I read a little bit about this, and it apparently is going to go into some of the darker stuff with Mickey. This is reviews that have said this, not Disney themselves.
I cannot believe that Mickey Mouse will actually strangle Donald Duck live on screen.
Yeah, but it happens.
How scary.
Okay, so to our next category, Disney TV series, or a Disney Plus series, I guess.
Let me see if I can find the link, because I've made separate notes for my findings. And let me see. But you go ahead, I'll find the link.
Let's see, what do we have here? We have an announcement of High School Musical, the musical, the series season 4.
Yeah, which is so weird, like the premise of it.
Yeah, they're going to make, yeah, I heard a little bit about this. The premise is kind of that while they are going to make a stage show of High School Musical 3, at the same time The long-awaited announcement of High School Musical 4 is announced and is going to shoot in their school again.
Yeah, yeah. So, in that, like, so not only this is a universe where High School Musical happened, they're getting a fourth movie, which we are not getting. Because we are not getting High School Musical reunion. We're getting the season 4 of this series, and it makes me boil with
Yeah,
anger.
the fact that they just wrote the long-awaited announcement of High School Musical 4.
It is long awaited. I wanted to see, but I feel I like I I don't feel like they'll get like Zac Efron to show up
No, I don't.
or like Vanessa Hudgens.
Maybe Vanessa Hudgens. She kind of can, but I don't think Zac Efron wants anything to do with High School Musical anymore.
Yeah, I mean he tried to change his image so much from this child Disney actor to like getting like being into like what was the movie on the beach?
Baywatch.
Yeah, Baywatch and Bad Neighbors and the Bad Neighbors 2. So he's past that life, but maybe Vanessa Hudgens. That's a good guess, actually.
Let's see, what do we have more? Muppets Mayhem 2023, a new Muppets show for people that are interested in that.
Snore.
Yeah, the premise didn't sound that interesting to me, to be honest, but anyway. Then we have American Born Chinese 2023. I have never heard of this book series that this series is based on, but apparently it's going to star some... I need to read this actually.
It says, even more worlds collide as Jin is unwittingly entangled in a battle of Chinese mythological gods. So maybe I'm gonna go on a limb. Percy Jackson with Chinese mythology?
Yeah, maybe that.
I don't know. I never seen Percy Jackson. Please don't get at me. Don't at me, Percy Jackson stance.
Excuse us because we don't know everything.
We're uncultured.
And then we have a new trailer for Willow in November that is coming out November 2022. So Willow is an 80s or is based on this 80s film that Lucasfilm made, and now in this day and age when everything is coming back in new forms, they are making a series called Willow. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, it has. Let me see who's the actor playing Willow.
Warwick Davis.
Yeah, amazingly enough, it's like the only Lucasfilm announcement I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah, I didn't expect much of this series, but the trailers and the things you see from it looks really interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fantasy. I never had any experience of Willow, so it could go any way. It standard plot, but I'm a sucker fan for fantasy.
Yeah. So what do we have more? Let's see. Here's one of the big ones. Percy Jackson TV series teasers. Apparently this series will have 8 episodes, maybe 2024. From what I could see.
Yeah, I'm gonna reiterate, I have never seen Percy Jackson or read the books.
I'm so excited about this. Like I love learning about Greek mythology and or mythology in any kind of way. And I don't know. I haven't read the books. I read kind of a comic book version, but I'm so excited about this, to be honest. And it looked like they were going to do it somewhat closer to the books than those 2 films that came out in like the early 2010s. Karol, are you with me?
I am. It's just, I don't know what to add.
No, you don't need to add anything. Let's see. Next is a trailer for National Treasure Edge of History. Which is
Wasn't National Treasures one with the Nicolas Cage?
yeah, I have something to say about that. It's a TV series debuting December 14th, 2022. So this is kind of a this is kind of also one of those sequels kind of thing to two early 2000 Disney films, both starring Nicolas Cage, and because those films are starring Nicolas Cage, I saw that there was a bit of a fan outcry because Nicolas Cage isn't in this TV series.
Yeah, exactly. Like Nick Cage made the movie be like so memorable, and now he's gone. They got rid of him.
Yeah, but there's a new cast, and there's kind of, instead of Nicolas Cage himself, I guess there's 5 adventures at the same time with a female protagonist, and yeah, so it's kind of like new adventures, new histories to uncover. I don't know. I thought the trailer did a good enough job to make it interesting, at least.
From the picture, they're kind of color coded. We have the pink Power Ranger, the white one, the pastel pink one, the red Power Ranger, the blue Power Ranger, and the green Power Ranger.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that one a bit too, but yeah.
Is there any other announcements you've been interested in
Let's see.
from that day?
Let's see. Big Shot 2 Season 2 is apparently a basketball series with teenage girls, starring let's see, John Stamos, and it released a new trailer. I guess it looks good for a teenage female basketball series, I guess.
There's also gonna be Zombies 3.
Yeah, that's apparently something that's. Are you excited for that thing? or actually, when I think about it, it's you.
It's the thing is, it kind of fits all my standards. It's like a Disney teenage set in school, weird hair colors, and it's, as they describe, the third installment in the uber popular Zombies franchise takes an interstellar turn as space aliens suddenly invade in Seabrook. And you know that the first movie was about segregation, right?
No, I have no idea actually.
Like they like it's so weird. Like they had a school, but the zombies were like not in the back of the bus, but they had like their own side of the school, and like normal people had their own side of the school, and they couldn't mix, and like the zombies were discriminated, and it's also like a musical. So yeah, it's a mess. It's a hot mess. I love it.
So Carol is excited for that. Let's see, the last thing of TV series, the Santa Clauses, starring Tim Allen, who's making a return from those 3 Santa Claus movies. It's a TV series coming November 16th, and from what I can understand, Tim Allen's Santa Claus is searching for new Santa Clauses to, yeah. It's a Christmas TV series. It looked kind of colorful at least, so yeah.
Okay, quick question. How many episodes?
I don't
Why
know.
is it a series?
I don't know actually.
Like, it's a like I have never heard about a Christmas themed series.
I think I have heard of that sometimes.
Because because I think some shows on Disney Plus, they don't release like full seasons. They like, you have to wait until they release, right?
What do you mean? They take one episode at a time, you can say.
Yeah, so if they release Santa Clauses in December and they don't finish the run, like I feel like they're gonna release it like in December first, and until
November 16th.
So if they don't release all the episodes and it goes into January, it's gonna be so weird.
They have probably a plan so that it won't go into January, Carol.
What if it's like a long running series, like Christmas themed full year?
Well, as you said, there hasn't been a lot of TV series based on Christmas, I guess. So maybe it can be interesting just because of that.
I was kind of saying like it's a bad idea to have like a full show centered on Christmas, but maybe like I want I if it's like Disney is the only company who could pull it off. I feel like.
Well, I guess with how streaming services is and how some streaming platforms just releases a lot of episodes in one day, I guess it could work in other streaming platforms. But yeah,
But I mean, you know why Disney doesn't release their series like all full season in one go,
well,
right?
I think that's because getting news and things like if you release one episode at a time, there's longer time for people for the show to stay in people's mind, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the reason because like if you release a full series, it's like watch it fully and then over. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to share information with your friends. Like you don't theorize, you don't think about it. It doesn't stay in your brain. And that like a lot of media we consume today has lost that magic of like watching and keeping the show up together with other people because like usually you have to see a full series before you can discuss it with anyone.
I feel like we have had this talk before.
We have spoken about streaming services a little bit before.
Yeah, I also like it because it doesn't feel like you have to watch all the episode at once. You can just take, oh, one episode is out. I guess I just watched that and that's it.
Yeah, it feels more manageable.
Yeah, because when a show kind of, oh, here's 8 episodes or 12 episodes all at once, and I'm kind of like, oh, this is going to take a lot of time.
Yeah, I totally feel you on that.
So yeah, that was all the TVs or Disney Plus announcements, I guess. Now we're going to get to a thing that we're not really that into this world that much, but we're going to talk about Star Wars, Carol.
Whoa wee. Let's get the Star Wars started.
Yeah, so the things that is kind of red zoned here. We have Bad Batch Season 2, January 4th, 2023. A second season of Bad Batch, the animated show. If you like the first seasons, here's more. Let's see. I guess they also talked a bit. I guess the actors came out or things like that for Ahsoka 2023, a TV series starring the beloved Star Wars character Ahsoka Tano.
And it's a prequel, right?
No, I think this is a continuation of the Mandalorian timeline.
Okay. I thought it was a sequel, so it'd be like another sequel. Of course, Disney. But apparently not.
No, I think this is a live action series. Yeah. Then we have a Skeleton Crew, which I don't know that much about, if I'm being honest. I think it's let's see, Skeleton Crew. Favreau and Filoni were then joined by Star Wars Skeleton Crew creators John Watts and Christopher Ford, who talked about the series, which is coming soon on Disney Plus. Skeleton Crew tells the story of 4 kids who finds themselves lost in the vastness of the galaxy, trying to find their way home. And as a special surprise, series star Judge Law joined Favreau and Filoni to greet the fans. So that was Skeleton Crew.
I am so sorry, listeners, but it's just that I never got into Star Wars.
Yeah,
I'm not into Jedi. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan either. I'm a bit more fan of than Carol is, but yeah.
Like I haven't even seen the newest trilogy.
You have seen the first one. We saw it in cinema together.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the rest of them.
Yeah, but you have seen one.
True, but it's not the whole trilogy.
No, the other two is not that much worth to see, to be honest. So yeah.
So after that, we had Black Panther in the Marvel panels.
We're not done with Star Wars, Carol.
No.
Okay, I can go fast with these ones if you're that uninterested. New trailer for Andor, September 21st, 2022, with 3 episodes premiere, and there's 12 episodes in total. Another series, this time animated, Tales of Jedi, 6 original animated shorts, October 26, 2022. And the next announcement, trailer for Mandalorian Season 3, 2023. Mandalorian is a great series, and it looks like it's continue with that magic. So it's Mandalorian. It will probably be good. Let's move on. Let's see, to the red zone things, and this is kind of just things where cast members came out and didn't really give that much information about this film. It's kind of just like, yeah, we're making this thing. Hello. And this time we have Rogers the musical started the panel, which is a musical from the Hawkeye TV series. The cast of Black Panther Wakanda Forever shows up. The film releases November 11, 2022.
So in 2 months?
Yeah, I guess. Ironheart is a new series coming 2023. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania February 17, 2023. It will connect to the next Avenger film. Armor Wars...
Aren't they Secret Wars?
No, Armor Wars and Secret Wars is 2 different series. Armor Wars starring Don Cheadle is coming sometimes, I guess.
I always thought his last name was Don Cheeto.
Isn't it Cheadle?
It is Cheeto. It's just like, the crisp Cheeto.
Loki season.
I'm sorry.
Loki season 2, 2023.
I still haven't seen Loki.
It's a good series. Echo 2023. The cast of the Marvel sequel to Captain Marvel, July 28, 2023.
Oh, actually, let me just ramble on a few minutes here.
Okay, let's go.
So, the Marvels was actually one of the only announcements in the Marvel showcase that I wanted to see, because it connects 3 protagonists. It was Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and the third one. What's her name?
I don't really know her superhuman name, but she showed up in WandaVision. I remember that.
Yeah, so they kind of have this dynamic where they switch places all the time, and I thought it was interesting enough to want to see where it's going. Plus, Miss Marvel, hello, she's the best.
Okay.
Ramble over. Continue.
Let's see. To some of the things that I felt like we got some kind of news for. Daredevil Born Again, spring 2024. We got to know that this is that even if it's the same actors, this is a new take on Daredevil. This Daredevil is not the same as the previous Daredevil. This is a season 1 of a new Daredevil series.
So the Netflix Daredevil is irrelevant. It's dead. It's gone. We should erase it from memory.
Yeah, kind of. Let's see. Fantastic Four has a new director, Matt Shakman, mostly known for directing some TV series before, like WandaVision, Game of Thrones, and The Great.
And we don't know who the Fantastic Four will be yet, because we don't have the casting.
Yeah, that is something that I actually thought would be announced at this event, but apparently not. November 8th, 2024. And we still don't know the cast.
But Captain America New World Order.
Yeah, Captain America New World Order starring the new Captain America with Sam... what is his last name now? Sam... I have completely forgotten his last name. anyway, it's the new Captain America, and apparently they are going back a lot of films and taking one a Hulk villain will be the villain of this new Captain America film.
Yeah, and also they'll be fighting misinformation. That was the information we got about the movie.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Kinda. I mean, we had the whole Spider-Man 2 debacle. No, Spider-Man 3 debacle when they released not Tony Stark's, Peter Parker's identity. So if that information can spread, and that was also fake information about him killing Iron Man or Mysterio, like they kind of have to face that fact now too.
Hmm. Let's see. And the Thunderbolt movie's cast was revealed, and it was a lot of characters from the Black Widow movie and Captain America, I guess.
Yeah, that was but we only got a poster, right? We didn't get any like symposies.
No, not really. We kind of just got to know which characters are going to be a part of this film. Because that was some kind of speculated things about which characters was going to return for this.
Okay, so I feel like we've gotten to the bottom of your list, but I have a few things I just quickly wanted to mention that
I'm not done with Marvel, but just so you know.
No, okay, I'm just kidding. Actually,
Okay,
go on.
so the two big things actually at the Marvel panel was there was two trailers that were released. One was a trailer for Werewolf by Night, a 60-minute TV special, October 7th, 2022, which is taking one of a comic book character called Werewolf by Night, and I guess this is kind of supposed to be some Halloween kind of feeling. The film is going to be black and white, and
yeah, like a B movie horror, like kind of goofy, like practical effects. It looks nice.
Mm.
It's interesting, but we already know who plays the werewolf, so it'll be interesting to see, like, with that information, like how pleasant will the viewing experience be.
Yeah, 60-minute TV special. So yeah, and
remember those? We used to have specials. We don't use anymore.
I have heard that there's supposed to be a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special for Christmas, but I haven't. I thought they would say something about this here, but apparently not. And the last trailer, new trailer for Secret Invasion TV series starring Samuel L. Jackson, 2023.
Yeah, so I've heard that a lot of people were speculating that Nick Fury was a Skrull, and people are also speculating that in this series we'll finally see if he is one or not.
Yeah, the Secret Invasion kind of storyline is going to involve the Skrulls in some way. I'm not really sure how, but it's a show that's going to focus on Nick Fury, which is kind of exciting because that's something that we haven't gotten yet. So, yeah.
I still remember that, like, him recruiting all the Avengers was like a week in his life. Like, it was like so much stuff happened to that guy.
Yeah. So we're done with everything movie, TV series related. Karol, what did you want to talk about when it came to the theme parks?
Okay, so the theme parks, we kind of touched upon movies, but the theme parks are expanding as well. For example, the Disney introduced a new cruise liner which is called Disney Treasure, and they said that the theme will be exploration. I also think they also have some like cruises in Europe, and also, so 3 of the parks, Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Resort Hong Kong, and Disneyland Tokyo Resort, they'll have each expansion to the park which will be Frozen themed.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because like it makes so much sense since Frozen was so successful. And Disneyland Paris will have like a major overhaul to make up with the Frozen theming and expansion.
Have you ever been to a Disneyland park?
Not a single time. I've been to Legoland, but not any of the Disney parks.
I have been to Disneyland Paris, I guess twice, really one time. The first time I was not even 1 year old the first time. So I've been there once, you can say.
How was your experience?
It was fun. I don't remember that much, but I remember that I had a great time at least.
I kind of wanted to go to any of the Disneylands. I know it's I'm not even that big of a Disney stan, but I just feel like it's one of these experiences that every single person who can wants to go to Disneyland. It's like one of the childhood dreams you had.
Yeah, you haven't lived on you until you've been in one of the Disney parks.
Exactly. And going back to Zootopia, Disney Shanghai will have a Zootopia themed expansion as well. So, along with the announcement of the Disney 100, they had two announcements. So, first one was Disney 100 Platinum Collection. It was basically like a clothing line with merch themed around platinum because it's like the hardest metal withstanding test of time. And if you have you heard of the debacle with Minnie's ears?
No.
So basically, you know those Disneyland ears that they sell at the theme park?
Yep.
So at special occasions, they make some to celebrate specific events. This time it's the Disney 100 Platinum Celebration ear headband for adults, and it's a limited release. And what they wrote on the website is, Minnie is dripping with excitement as she celebrates the centenary, the Walt Disney Company, in her typically fashionable style. You understand where they went wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like ears, they're dripping like liquid platinum, but I mean, Minnie can do whatever she wants. She's an adult. Another thing, Disney also released limited production Disney 100 Years collection boxes. And I think they only sold them in Japan.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
So that's why they are announcing that in an American event.
No. This is information I found just Googling because I was looking for the Platinum Collection. But
okay.
because we are in Sweden, I couldn't access it.
Oh, okay.
So the Disney 100 anniversary limited production box goes for $250 on eBay. And you have manga, you have comic books, you have posters, a calendar, a postcard, a Mickey plushie, and it's just like it's a really nice collection, I have to say.
Karol, I wouldn't even need to buy that.
I know, I just think it would interest you. And also, alongside the 100-year anniversary, they have announced a merch line focused on the characters throughout the decades. So they'll have a decade for the 10s, for the 20s, for the 30s, for the 50s. And each of them will be themed around a certain character from that decade.
Actually, that sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, and I wonder because the earlier decades, I hope they'll target it to adults. Because I don't feel like the little kids will be stoked about to get like a Steamboat Willie t-shirt or like sweater.
Look here, son. Mickey Mouse used to be black and white.
And they'll say, Dad, that's old man stuff. We want new stuff like Frozen or Wish. Nevertheless, they haven't released any pictures of the merchandise, so I think they will roll it out a lot like throughout the year. Maybe each month they will release a new thing.
Okay.
Alongside with this, so it was the 100 Platinum Collection, then there was the Decades Collection, and then they announced a world tour of the Disney 100 The Exhibition.
Okay.
So what it is it's a showcase of never before seen crown jewels of Disney history. So there'll be props, it'll be stills, it will be like pictures, concept art for a lot of their early and later work.
They have kind of released stuff like that before, but I guess this is new material.
Exactly. And they released that it would be a world tour. So first they'll have it in US and then they'll have it in Munich, Europe. So I think if you be interested, we can go and see it.
Where in Europe exactly?
Munich. So I think let me
okay.
see. I am bad at geography. It's in Germany.
Yeah. You didn't know it was in Germany?
Anyway, and also I wanted to mention the Masquerade. So the cosplay competition that you told me about.
I didn't tell you about it. I just wrote it if you're interested. It was a cosplay event.
And I was interested. So I wanted to check it out. And it is a paid event. So there isn't a lot of that. You can only find certain highlights showing each costume like a couple of seconds, which really sucks. And right now there isn't any available information like from Disney about this year's Masquerade. I found some footage on YouTube and the costumes were pretty nice. Like there was a personification of the Disney parks, like a action girl variant with a keyblade.
Okay.
And it was really cool. And also,
I did see a couple of photos about the people that cosplayed, and it looked like really well-made costumes. I can say that.
yeah, but they don't really show them that much. I didn't even know there was a competition.
Hmm.
If you haven't written about it.
I haven't written about it. I just wrote there was some kind of cosplay thing.
But this year it was funny enough. It was hosted by a drag queen.
Okay.
So, which is also my cup of tea. And she did like costume changes and sang all the villain songs at the beginning. It was amazing. And also, thank you for letting me know about Disney Legends.
Okay.
Which is another like a self-flagellate, not flagellation. It's like self-important thing that Disney does, that they give out awards for like a specific things for the company and making them like a Disney legend.
Oh, the fact that I wrote in the document, we're going to skip over these spots and Karol in the end of the episode. I'm going to bring all of them up.
Okay, sorry, but I've already written about this before I look at the document.
Okay.
Because I went to the official D23 website and I went chronologically like through all the announcements. And I was like, that sounds really like self-congratulatory. Like, you did so well for Disney. Here's a Disney award because it's Disney.
I kind of feel like that award started for more people that was kind of in working for the Walt Disney Company for a long time, like animators or people that have meant a lot to the companies. But it feels like now they are just giving it to a lot of popular stars.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. It ties them to Disney, and they give this award like each year to a couple of people, so it kind of also loses the meaning, I feel like. And I also wanted to say, like, because I looked through the Wikipedia page for the award, like, puppeteer of Kermit the Frog alleged that the company offered him consolation prize, including the Disney Legends Award, in return for keeping quiet about the details surrounding his termination. So it's like, the award isn't like even legit. Allegedly, they give the award sometimes as leverage to keep things hush under the carpet. Just like, yeah, like, here's a prize, don't talk about this.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You can be a Disney legend.
If you keep quiet about the harassment.
Oh. I saw that the Frozen cast at least were getting into this Disney Legends category.
I mean, have you seen how much money Frozen made?
I have seen it, Karol. I have seen it.
At least they could have given them an award.
Well,
That's all on my list. Anyway.
okay, and this episode is becoming really long, so as always, thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy this as much as we have. Don't forget to follow, hit that bell icon, or follow us on socials like Twitter. See you again in the next episode, and have a wonderful day.